Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone that rule well, and peace and blessing be multiplied on all your brethren, preaching His word in all sincerity and truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the great multitude, men, women, and children. The Lord will have mercy on in these last days. It's the brother Dama Al-Gabar here with another lesson. Lord willing to edify and give you warning from Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. As you can see to the title of this article, welcome to CBDC Hell, an exclusive report. You see, it says the elites are almost done setting up their dystopian financial system. All right. And CBDCs will ultimately lead to your digital wallet, to your digital identification, and eventually your MOTB, your mark of the beast, which will be your guide and your passport into this beast system, which will be a digital enslavement system, where this government will have complete and total control over your ability to buy or sell or function in this new world that these global elites are bringing in, And this is why, they're going to bring this financial collapse. This is why they're going to bring all the order out of the chaos. And this is why they're ultimately going to collapse this system. They're going to do away with this America as you know it and bring in this new global digital system, which will be hell on earth. All right. And this is why, we see all the things that are happening, and this will be, how these devils will present the world with, safety, and how they will bring, order out of all the chaos will be with this digital system, central bank digital currencies, a social credit score, your ability to function in this new world that these devils are building, which, is not going to be a new world. As they're going to present it to you as all roses and peaches and everything's going to be, a great and dandy. It's going to be complete hell on earth, man, where these elites, the government will have complete and total control over every single citizen on this planet Earth, right? You won't, they'll tell you how much food you can eat, what you can eat, what you can buy, when you can buy, It's just a complete total slave system where, you people won't have any free speech. You won't have any rights. You won't have any creativity. You won't be able to be no special individual. You will all be carbon copies of the same thing, which will be a slave in this man's new world order. So I'm going to read a little bit of this article and drop a couple precepts and, close it out, because this is the time that we're entering into. We're entering into this time. Let me get this real quick, man. This is Revelations chapter 3, verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right. And that hour of temptation is going to be when they're going to present that MOTB, which will come in the form of these CBDCs, your digital wallet, and they're going to gradually present it unto you. They're going to let you do your driver's license digital. They're going to let you do, your medical information digital, your biometrics digital, and it'll be on your phone for a time being. But eventually we know it's all going to culminate into the CBDC, that C ragamuffin. See, and that's the hour of temptation when they present the whole world with this new digital beast system in the form of the micro C-hip. It says 80% of fiat money printed in the U.S. history was printed under the Biden administration. That's enough to collapse the dollar on its own, you see, and this is the plan, to collapse this financial system and to ultimately collapse America as we know it. And this is why they're bringing in influxes of migrants. What's called a mass migration replacement, where they're going to eventually get rid of the majority of you, a gun-toting, constitution-loving Americans who've been so used and dependent on this system. They're going to replace you with a bunch of these migrants and these immigrants who will come to America, for a better life. They're going to replace you with them, and they'll, and these people are going to come in here and do whatever the hell they're told with the deception of coming here to receive a better life, to live the American dream. But really, they're coming here to be the new slaves of the new world order. And a lot of them are coming here ultimately to receive their judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says that's enough to collapse the dollar on its own. And they're still printing more and more money. They're not going to stop. All right. It says add to that looming catastrophe the emergence of BRICS swallowing up half of the world's GDP by 2040. Well, maybe the U.S. will tighten its belt and continue to innovate with American exceptionalism. No, because this new world order is coming to do away with American exceptionalism. Like I said, you're not going to be, these free thinkers, free speech, constitution loving, freedom loving country as it was so called founded on by the founding fathers. These elites are coming to do away totally with that, man. You won't be an individual. You won't be unique. You'll all be carbon copies of one another. You'll have your 3 articles of clothing for the whole year. You'll have your travel restrictions. You'll all be wearing the same uniform, the same color, the same haircut. It's going to be no exceptionalism in this new world order. You see, which is why I forgot my train of thought. Salaki. It says, not so fast. This is where the Biden treason works his magic, shilling for the NWO, according to the Biden's executive order on ensuring reasonable development of digital assets signed over a year ago. See, like I was saying in my previous video, over there in London, they've already got it. They're about to sign it into law to where each European citizen will have a digital ID system, which is all going to lead to the CBDC, to the MOTB. And like I said in my video, America has its own version of it. Now, they may not call it what Britain is going to call it, but it's the same fucking thing, because remember, this is a global agenda. So whatever's happening in Australia, whatever happened over there in the UK and anywhere else, as far as this system being implemented, is all connected. It says Biden administration places the highest urgency on research and development efforts into potential designs and deployment options of a United States CBDC, which that's all cap. They already have this system in place, man. They had it ready since 2016 or 2015. They're just waiting for the right crisis. They're waiting for the right, this is why they're constantly, shit is just happening back to back to back to back, to keep you people off guard, to keep you people, keep your head spinning, crisis after crisis, till eventually the time is going to come to where they're going to implement this. All right. So they don't need to do the development. They don't need to do all that shit. They already have the system. Now they are just tweaking it and seeing how the people are going to react to it. But ultimately, they already have this shit in place. They've been planning this for decades and years. And now they finally have the technology and the system to do it. It says, meanwhile, the flurry of activity towards global digital neo-feudalism has been working overtime. On November 8th, 2023, the United Nations, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and partners of Rockefeller Foundation launched a campaign to put the world on the path to digital ID, digital payments, and data sharing rollouts in 50 countries under a digital public infrastructure. You see, it's a global initiative. It's happening all over the world, man. So it's not just here in America. It's not just there in the EU and those NATO nations, man. This is a global agenda. You see, it says so like I said, it says the world on the path. Didn't it just say that? To try the whole world, which shall come upon all the world. See, and this is the time that we're entering into, and these devils are going full speed ahead. It says the United Nations Development Program, the UNDP, plans to implement digital IDs by the year 2030 globally. According to Reclaim the Net, the IDs will be mandatory for those that want to participate in society. You see, the sociable editor Tim Hinckliffe says a successful DPI will give governments and corporations the power to implement systems of social credit that can determine where and how you travel, what you are allowed to consume, and how you will be able to transact with your programmable money. You see? The programmable money, man. This is what we've been prophesying and speaking about. This is Revelations 13 and 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. You see? That's that charagma. That's where that's where your digital wallet, your digital ID, and everything digital about you, your identification, will eventually be put inside of you, implanted inside of you via the charagma, man. You see, that's why I said all, small and great, rich and poor, because it's a global agenda. All right. And it's going to come and to test the whole world, man. And these are the times that we're entering into. This is why, we're going to, we've been warning and telling Jay, we got to detach from this society before this shit even comes to a neighborhood near you. Your mind should already be out of Babylon the Great. You should already be looking past this shithole and looking towards the kingdom, the return of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and understanding fully that, some of us are potentially going to be beheaded. Some of us are going to be put to death, locked away because we're not going to bow down to this agenda. You see, and this is why we're going to have to remain faithful, even unto death if needs be, and be in the mindset to know that we're going to have to completely separate from this society, man. And our faith is going to have to be in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai because, once we deny this system, you're not going to be able to walk into a store, grab a taxi, get on a train, travel in your car so freely without this shit. It's going to be pure hell for those that deny this shit, man. And we're going to be out like pilgrims, running around, ducking and diving, sleeping outside, doing whatever we got to do. But our faith is going to have to be in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. We can't try to look to save our lives by getting down with this agenda and this system. All right. That's why you can't get weak. That the fact that, your children probably ain't going to eat how they, comfortably eat now. You're not going to be able to have the security and the luxuries that you had, as we do right now. We're going to have to totally detach and be faithful and have our trust and faith in the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai through it all. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You see? And this is what these devils are about to do. And this is why they're about to let all hell break loose so that they can corral everybody into this digital agenda. It says this is their god-awful, horrible plan based on climate pseudoscience and unrelenting detached elitist hubris, fueled by eugenics and Luciferian lunacy, a plan that will lead to a national divorce in the United States, untold global starvation, massive uprisings, and ultimately, after great tribulation, the end of the decrepit elite slave master architects and their inheritors who started the whole pointless ambition in the first place, you see? And this is why we've been telling you that all hell is about to break loose, that Jacob's trouble is about to be upon us. All right. And this is all part of these globalist plans to bring everybody to their knees, crawling and begging to come, to be led into this new world order, man, to this great global reset, and this is why they're bringing the peace. I mean, the disorder and the chaos and the dysfunction. Like I said earlier, that's why they're bringing in all these migrants. They're about to, that's why they're blowing up all the poultry plants. This is why they're spending all this money. This is why they're not repairing the economy. They're not doing things that can fix and readjust this society to put it on a plan to heal, because they want to completely implode it and bring everybody into this Luciferian shithole plans, man. All right. And this is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. You see, like I said, so we know that the chaos is coming, the famine, the death, the starvation. They're going to release biological weapons. People are going to be out here dying. People are going to be out here going crazy. People are going to be out here invading one another, as all prophecy entails, man. See, but we can't fear none of those things. We can't fear when these things happen. We can't fear when Esau brings this the MOTB to us to offer us some type of relief and his so-called plan to save your life, man. You see, we can't fear none of those things, but we have to continuously trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It says, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that you may be tried. You see, and we are going to be tried. Like it says, the hour of temptation, when he presents this micro C hip and, plans of a better life. And the word is pedrazzo. It says to try whether a thing could be done. It says to try, make a trial of, test, for the purpose of asserting his quality or what he thinks or how he will behave himself. It says in a bad sense, where's the point I want? Here we go. It says of the Most High to inflict evils upon one in order to prove his character and steadfastness of his faith. You see? And this is really the Most High's test. He's just using Esau on the left-hand side to see if we truly have faith and we truly believe in the testimony of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. See? So we might be locked up. We might be out in the elements. You might be in a situation to where, you're sitting in a in a building, in an abandoned building with you, your wife, and your children, and maybe a few brothers, and you haven't eaten in a couple of days, man. And you just hear all the shit going on outside and all the chaos. But you got to believe that the Lord somehow is going to make provision. He's going to make a way. He's not going to leave us to be overtaken or overcome by this shit. It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You see? And he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. You see? So we're going to have to overcome this shit. And we know that the second death is going to be the nuclear destruction. And when you read Revelation, the 14th chapter, the Lord tells you the judgment of those that receive this mark. You're going to be given over into the second death, which is the nuclear fire, man. And you will be burnt and destroyed in the presence of the Lamb and the presence of the holy angels, man. So as you can see, hey, this devil's he's not slowing down. He's going full speed ahead. But that's why we got to make sure that we really in this thing to win it. Your spirit is right, and we're constantly preparing for the worst, man, because we know that these times are coming. This test is being prepared and is vastly approaching. So with that, Lord willing, you were edified. We give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit in me to do this lesson. To the next one, shalom.